loves, welcome to my channel. This Mama Loves Disney. So I'm here to share a Chaos Craft little gingerbread mug die that I was inspired to do this project by Diem, who is Cutsey Shelf here on YouTube. Hey Diem! And she made, of course, another adorable little die. I will go ahead and link it down below. And so this is the die that you get. It has a little straw. It has the little, it does make a shaker. It has the foam that goes on the top. You have the mug, and then you have the little faces, and then you have the little pieces to decorate your gingerbread man or girl. And then I was going to share with you just some of the items that I used. So the background papers that I ended up using were this doodle bug. I do have this that's in my stash that is just a background of like a gingerbread house roof. There was a recollection set that's a fall set, and then I did use this one right here. This is another recollection paper pad that has cobwebs on it. And then here is another recollection Christmas collection that just has these different words, Christmas words on the back. Okay, and the reason why I'm showing you the papers is because with everything that I put inside the shakers, it might be a little hard to define what the backgrounds were. I did end up using some magnetic stripping. I did end up using some of these little pumpkin stickers that are from Hobby Lobby. And just so you know, I'll explain on the back what I ended up doing to the stem. And then I did end up using some of these little beads. They're fall color beads, which you have like an amber, an orange, and a yellow. And I did get these ones at Michael's on clearance. And then these ones right here, honestly, I think it was like a D stash that these ended up being part of. So I did end up using those. And then the Nuvo drops that I did use as drizzles, I ended up using the ebony black. I ended up using the dirty bronze, this ripened pumpkin. We have an ivory seashell, and I did use some of this chalk white, which is like, it almost feels like it has sand inside of it. Okay, so it's like really super chunky. And then I ended up using some of these little sequence or table scatters that are little fall leaves. And then I did end up using some of this. It's called embossing powder called It's Glow Up, and it's Glow in the Dark from Ranger. Just a little tiny bit of that. And then, of course, I ended up using some of my little clay pieces. And then I did also end up using some of these little sprinkles, little clay sprinkles. And I wanted to point something out really quick, too, before I get started. But I picked up this at Dollar Tree. And this I saw yesterday. And it's wood frames with tin board, it says. And it's magnetic. And so, first of all, I will share these little shakers, these little gingerbread shakers that I made that are magnetic. So I thought these would be so cute to put on a refrigerator. If you don't have a refrigerator that has a magnetic sheet on it, you can buy some of these and you could put it in your craft room. And then I also was thinking, if you had a couple of them, if you were working on a specific die, you can keep one of these little tin frames on your desk, and you can keep your dies on it as you're working on it, and just, you know, put them on here so that they don't get mixed up with your papers and they don't get tossed out by accident. Okay, so the first one is this one right here, this little Halloween one. There's the webbing in the back. There's the cute little faces on there. I did end up adding some sequins with some spiders in here, and some of the diamond dots inside here, the glow-in-the-dark diamond dots. And then, of course, there you can see the different little colorings. And then like I had said, this drizzle ended up being the orange, and then I ended up and this is embossing powder, but I did not emboss it. I just ended up sprinkling on there, so the drizzle does glow in the dark, and then I just added a bunch of different little toppings on there. So that's the first one, and the second one looks similar. And then also the bow, I had a bunch of different pieces that I cut, so you can actually see that there's a mirrored piece, and then there's two glitter pieces that are just kind of overlapping. So those are the first two Halloween magnets, and then there's the magnet strips in the back right there. And I did finish the back off with a little bit of glitter as well. And then you have this one right here. I did end up doing a little bit different. This is the chunky chalk, what was it, the chalk white that I did put in here. That looks a little chunky, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that up close, but it's a little bit thicker. So I ended up using that. And then I did use some glittered paper for the straw. And then I did end up just using some gems that were like on the sticky gems, and I took the backing off and just glued them on there. So I have the red and the green little gems, and I use the gems also as a little eyes. This was from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, and I thought it would be cute to use as garland, so I just went ahead and added that there. And inside here, this one's really thick. I was experimenting, so I ended up using poster board. I used some foam that I got at Daiso, and then I used another poster board piece. And I made it super thick. And I mean, it's so thick that I was able to fit one of these little charms. Well, actually, I put two of these little charms. These are just little charms that I ended up picking up at Joann's a while back. You can see it's just a little bead. And so right here, there's two of those inside there, and there's still plenty of room. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun to make them super thick. And then even these ones, I used 2 of the 3-inch foam. And so that's the first layer, and then I put another layer on the back. And I did end up putting some more paper in between just to make it super thick. So I just thought those were so cute because they're really dimensional, and they're perfect to put on, like I said, your refrigerator. So those ones are the magnets. Then I decided to do holiday ones, holiday themed ones. So these are the little ones that I ended up doing for fall. And this is the one that has a little caramel drizzle, and then it has the different colored autumn beads that are in there. And then there is the leaves that I had mentioned. I did have these leaves also in my stash that I ended up getting in a D-stash. And so I added some of those other gold leaves inside there. And then here's the pumpkins that I had mentioned that I ended up getting at Hobby Lobby. And so, I was going to say I was going to cut off the stem. I did cut off the stem because the way I laid it on here at first, the sticker, it was overlapping, and I was like, uh-oh, the stem's going a different way. So I had cut off the stem, but then when I realized that I could just put the stem on the actual handle, I didn't have to cut it off. So that was my mistake. I apologize. But so you can see the faces. I just did little different kind of faces on there, and they have their own little drizzle that comes with the set. So that is the fall ones. Then I went with the Halloween ones, and this is with the background that has the doodlebug background. And then there's the ebony black drizzle with all the other little pieces on there. I did end up using some stickers that were in my stash. Well, yeah, I used these little stickers that were, I think these were recollection stickers from Michael's as well. And then, oh, these were brads. This wasn't a sticker. This was a little brad, and I went ahead and cut the backs off. And so I put some little brads on there, the little candy corn brads. And then I had some of these candied apple buttons. And so I cut the backs off and I glued those on. And it just seemed like it went with the theme of all the different kind of snacks that were in the background. And then I did add some sequence pieces that look like cobwebs, and I did add a little spider that I got from AliExpress. And then inside here you can see that I added ghosts and bats and spiders and beads, and then some more of the little candy pieces inside of here. So those are the Halloween ones. And then I have some Christmas ones. And so these are the Christmas ones that I created. And the drizzle, okay, so the filling for this one, I ended up just using some sequins that I had in my stash and some beads. I went ahead and used the green and some red beads. And then I used a bunch of the little gingerbread and some snowflake sequins inside here, and with Christmas trees as well. And then on the top I had some little clay pieces that they're the little gingerbread, and I did end up adding another clay piece that was the candy cane. And then this piece right here, this has been in my stash for a while. I did order them from Hobby Lobby, excuse me, not Hobby Lobby, I ordered them from Ali a long time ago. And so I decided to add one to each of the cups. And so this is the first one, and then this is the second one. I did add candy canes inside here with some snowflakes, and the candy canes came from Michael's collection last year. And then there's some other little plastic sequence pieces inside there as well. So those are my Christmas ones. And then I decided to just go with the traditional, oh my God, gingerbread. Sorry, train of thought just kind of zipped away. But these ones, I went ahead and filled them up with the ones that look like little candies, and I ended up doing the little gingerbread men inside here. You can see that I used sprinkles. I did end up using some of these little hearts that were gifted to me by my friend Midge. Hey, Midge! And I forgot to put those on my table, sorry. And then I did have these little gems that were from Hobby Lobby that I put on there as well. So these are my my little everyday ones. So I have my holiday ones, and then I have my everyday ones. And then my little cute little twist that I did with these, you guys, is I made them into bookmarks. So I thought, you know, how cute. Oh, there's my pumpkin. How funny. So these are, and that was the pumpkin that I told you. I cut the little stem off. Okay, so I ended up making them into bookmarks because I thought, how cute to, you know, have some paper. You can have some, you know, papers to go ahead and put together that are in your either your office or in your kitchen or your craft room. And you can just clip one of these onto the back of it, and what a wonderful way to put a smile on your face. And so I thought it would be really cute to just turn these into paper clips. So all I did was the centers that were in the center of here, some of them I cut out new centers because some of them I ended up making them super thick on the edges, and so I added some of the centers in there just to make it thicker. But some of the centers, like these ones right here, I ended up recutting because I didn't have the gold centers. But I just put these on there with the paper clip and glued them really tight to it, and then also in the centers so that it won't slide out at all. You won't have a problem with them sliding out, so you can just slide them in and out on paper. So that is my share. I hope you guys liked it. If there's a specific one that you really liked, please let me know. I know they're pretty busy, but I just thought they are so fun. And when you have them in your hands, I know, you know, the videos never, you know, never shows how cute things really are. But I'll tell you, these are really darling. And also, one other thing I wanted to point out, that you could probably hang a dangle from here as well. You can either hang the dangle right here. Let me see. I don't know if this would be the right size. No, it's not the right size. 1 second. I just want to show you really super quick that you could probably either hang a dangle from the top, because I would not suggest putting an eyelet through here because it's very thin. Even though I thickened it up, I would be worried about it getting bent. But looking at that, you would probably be able to put hang a charm from the top of here, but you want to put a sticker so that it doesn't go past this end and slide. Or you can just put the dangle down at the bottom and have it hanging off the bottom. So I thought I would just point that out as well. But I want to say thank you again so much for watching. Let me know which one you like the best, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye, guys.